Hello everyone, welcome to NG's Corner for Nurses. Hope all of you are doing well. Today we will learn the intravenous fluid calculation in an easy and simple way. Please watch the entire video. Let's start the session. These are the outline of today's session. Before going to the calculations, we should know what is intravenous infusion set. An intravenous infusion set is a device which is used to administer intravenous fluids. And this infusion sets can be divided into two categories, macro drip set and micro drip set. Let's see what is macro drip set. Macro drip tubing is wider and produces larger drops. That's why it is known as macro drip. It is for rapid infusion of large volumes, usually used for adults. And it is used for routine intravenous administration such as infusion of intravenous fluids. In this macro drip set, the drop factor is 10 or 15 or 20 drops per ml. What is drop factor? That we will learn in later slides. And here in this picture, you can see the parts of macro drip set. Next, micro drip set or mini drip set. Micro drip tubing is narrower and so produces smaller drops. So that's why its name is micro drip set or mini drip set. So it is designed for precise administration in small amounts. Especially it is used for neonates or pediatric patients. That's why this drip set is also known as pediatric drip set. Or it can be used for adults to infuse sensitive medications where precision in the flow rate is essential. Here the drop factor is 60 drops per ml. And in this picture we can see the parts of micro drip set. Next, coming to the word drop factor. Drop factor is a necessary thing which is needed for fluid calculation. And what is this drop factor? The number of drops in 1 milliliter of solution that a particular IV administration set delivers. The unit of drop factor is GTT per ml or drops per ml. The abbreviation GTT stands for drops. The abbreviation GTT comes from a Latin word gutta, which means drop. The drop factor for a macro drip set is typically 10 or 15 or 20 GTT per ml, and in micro drip set it is 60 GTT per ml. In case of micro drip set, drop factor is fixed, that is 60 drops per ml. But how do we identify the drop factor of macro drip set? Clinically, it is very easy. When we look at the back of the cover of infusion set, it is clearly mentioned how many drops contain in 1 ml. In these pictures, we can see in the first picture, see the highlighted area, 10 drops per ml. And in the second picture, see the highlighted area, there is mentioned the 20 drops per ml. So, in the first infusion set, the drop factor is 10 drops per ml, and in the second picture, there are the drop factor is the 20 drops per ml. Next, the flow rate calculation. The flow rate of an infusion is the volume of fluid that is delivered per unit of time. Usually, measured in milliliters per hour. So when we are using infusion pumps, we need the measurement that is milliliter per hour. So the formula is total volume of fluid in ml divided by total time of infusion in hours. So the unit of the flow rate is milliliter per hour. And the points to be remembered while we are doing this calculation, that 1 liter equals to 1000 ml and 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. Next, coming to the drip rate calculation or drop calculation. A drip rate is how many drips or how many drops per minute falling through the chamber in order to have the correct flow rate. We already learned what is flow rate. The unit of drip rate is GTT per minute or drops per minute. This drip rate calculation is needed when the infusion is running by gravity. No infusion pump is there and we are setting the order manually. There are two formulas for this drip rate calculation. We can use any of it. The first formula, that is the drip rate equals to the total volume of fluid in ml divided by total time of infusion in minute, and this total is multiplied by drop factor, that is the drops per ml. Drop factor of that particular infusion set, okay? And then second one or the next one, other formula is the three-part formula. First part is the flow rate. We have already learned how to calculate flow rate. Flow rate in ml per hour, that is multiplied by the drop factor of that particular drip set, that is the unit is drops per ml, and that is the, and again multiply by the time conversion, that is 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. So 1 hour by 60 minutes. Let's discuss some examples. The first example, there is an order to infuse 3 liters of dextrose 5% in water over 24 hours. Calculate the flow rate to set the infusion pump. So we know the formula of flow rate calculation, that is volume in ml divided by time in hours. So here the total volume is 3 liters and the time is 24 hours. We want the volume in milliliter and we know 1 liter equals to 1000 ml. So we are multiplying 3 with 1000 to convert it in milliliter and it is divided by 24. So the flow rate is 125 ml per hour. In the next example, we can see here the physician ordered 1000 ml ringer lactate to infuse over 8 hours. You have a macro drip set with a drop factor of 15 GTT per ml and calculate how many drops per minute to set as a drip rate. So here the total volume is 1000 ml and the time is 8 hours. But we need the time in minute and we know 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. So we are multiplying 60 with 8 to convert hours to minutes. And the drop factor is 15 GTT per ml. So by calculating this, we can get the drip rate, that is 31 GTT per minute or drops per minute. And if we use the second formula, we can see first we need the flow rate. that is the volume divided by time. So the volume is 1000 ml and the time is 8 hours. Then the drop factor, that is 15 GTT per ml, and then the time conversion, that is 1 hour divided by 60 minutes. And by calculating this, we can get the drip rate, that is 31 GTT per minute or drops per minute. In the next example, we can see the physician ordered intravenous fluid NS at the rate of 100 ml per hour. You have a macro drip set with a drop factor 10 GTT per ml. Calculate how many drops per minute to be infused. So here the total volume is 100 ml and the time is 1 hour. 1 hour equal to 60 minutes and the drop factor is 10. So the drip rate is 17 GTT per minute or 17 drops per minute. Let's see the next example. You have 500 ml normal saline to infuse over 12 hours with a micro drip set. Calculate how many drops per minute to set as drip rate. So here the total volume is 500 ml and the time is 12 hours. We have to convert the hours into minutes. So we are multiplying 60 with 12. Okay, because 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. And here the drop factor is 60 because here we are using micro drip set, and in micro drip set the drop factor is 60 GTT per ml. And by calculating this, we are getting the drip rate, that is 42 GTT per minute or 42 drops per minute. So this is about the fluid calculation. If this content is useful for you, then please put a like and share it with others. And for getting more videos like this, you can subscribe NG's Corner for nurses. And for any suggestions or any queries, you are most welcome to comment. Thank you for listening.